The non-aggression principle introduced in the previous video cannot be foundational. It needs a further theory identifying what counts as aggression. Whether or not I'm aggressing against you depends on the background conditions of our encounter, on our entitlements. The non-aggression principle can't answer the question of whether or not I am entitled to use force against you. Thus, we should look elsewhere for normative principles as a foundation for libertarian theory. This video offers the idea of equality of authority to obligate as such a foundation. That none of us has any authority to lay obligation on others in a way that they cannot reciprocate has been a core principle in classical liberal thought since Locke. It applies to all who have the capacity to act rationally and provides the right sort of underwriting to the non-aggression principle.
Either we both have the liberty of aggressing against each other, or neither of us does. The network of obligations within which we relate to others must be predicated on the equality of those obligations. Libertarian complaints about the unjust coercion by the state are always grounded on violations of the equality of authority. Those who write and execute laws prohibiting the use of drugs, Congress and DEA, claim authority to obligate us to abide by their rules. Such legislation imposes obligations on us that we would not otherwise have, not to use drugs, but those who claim this authority would not accept the authority of others to impose obligations on them as to what they can put in their bodies. So those prohibiting the use of drugs claim an unequal authority.
Those who impose minimum wage laws also claim unequal authority to impose obligations on others not to engage in certain agreements, but they cannot grant reciprocal authority to others to constrain their agreements, or none of us would be capable of acting as mature moral agents. Now it should be easy to see that the basic source of the moral complaint libertarians make lies in the nature of the state itself, insofar as we understand it to be an institution that claims for itself a monopoly on the legal use of force in a given territory. Such a monopoly is incompatible with equality of authority. It is premised on the assumption that some among us have an authority to obligate that is not reciprocated. So construed, the libertarian moral challenge is to the authority of the state itself. Next time, from virtue to liberty.